I've been so inconsistent with talking to people here and there, and I'm missing people, and I just figured this again is easier. So you can probably tell where I am. I'm in the hospital. I can't even bend, but this whole, my dressing is even off. The whole back of my head down about 8 inches and across are stitches, and it is numb but also very painful at the same time. I literally have drainage bags coming out of my spine to discharge all of the blood. I've been having trouble with IVs, so they even had to put this is like my 5th IV, a special ultrasound guided one into my bicep because I keep blowing up, and I don't think I ever could have really prepared for this, but there are some great things happening. I'm remembering people's names so clearly. However, they literally cut out bone, they cut out muscle, and they drilled into bone, cut out muscle, and cut out ligaments. All my stuff is going off to a lab to be analyzed. Why is this happening to people like me? Beyond the EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, etc. And now I am relearning to use a new spine. This is all metal. So the brace that I've been wearing on the outside is now basically on the inside. It took a shorter time than was expected. My bone is very hard, which is good for retention. It'll be a greater chance of union, less of a chance of screw or hardware manufacture down the line because it's not so porous. And right now, everything is just extremely swollen. I got a sinus infection from the intubation, and it is such a delicate dance. I can't turn. I have to log roll anytime I'm trying to turn. I still haven't been able to lie on my back, but you know, I am really, this is a roller coaster. I've been crying a lot. I've had some people come in to see me, so that's good. No matter what, we're going to wait 2 months to do some imaging before we decide if the Eagle syndrome ossification is going to come out, or we have to do something with my tethered cord. I'm banking on that not happening. I'm doing some pretty deep meditations around the releasing of all of this because there's so much tension now in my head, in the back of my spine. I've been having a ton of tremors because now, you know, it's a whole new setup here. The base of my skull, C1 and C2, are fused with some screws and some long hardware, and it's not concrete, but it's a sort of, it's not HA paste either, but it's something like that. It'll take about a month to regain any feeling back there. Because I'm at higher risk for infection and wound healing issues, we have to do regular sutures, regular stitches. That'll hopefully come out within a month. I came down to Long Island on 2/22. The surgery was 2/24, and I still need help getting up, but I'm doing physical therapy every day. And hopefully this bag can come out today. There's another one behind me. Hopefully that one will come out tomorrow. And then I'll be discharged on Thursday. But we don't really know. Originally, the doctor said I could expect to be here for around 12 days, maybe physical therapy after that, but I think I'm doing too well to have to go to physical therapy. But even now, it's just immense pain. There's no comfortable position. And the way to get it back, I do shoulder rolls to start stretching out those muscles and preparing them. This little chicken wing. Raise the roof. And then walking around, and they know I have good core strength. I'm so lucky that I've been able to maintain that. And basically, I guess this is all to say that I'm doing well, but this is hard as fuck. So if people want to help me, there's not so many people around that can come. Some of them have. They've made me so happy just to hold someone's hand during all of this and to let me cry. Makes a really big difference. And you just have to let it out. And my friend Christina sent a beautiful email today about you can always find basically like the lightness in the dark. And so that's what I'm doing, and I'm imagining we're all stardust, right? That's how the universe started. So I just imagine my pain as layers of what you think of when you think of the universe. Like, I've never really seen Star Wars, but the intro, how it just has all the stars flying, I kind of imagine that happening with my spine, and that's how I'm releasing everything. And I'm planning to use that as a way to make sure that things don't tense up again, and that I don't have to come down and have a tethered cord surgery, because that's a whole nother scary issue in and of itself. And nutrition has been so important. I've been fighting. I mean, you gotta fight for all of this stuff, for the right kinds of food. I'm getting food brought in. I still haven't been able to lie on my back. This donut seems so easy. It's like a torture device. And I've been overcompensating. So now I'm working on my posture again. Not easy. But the pain medicines are unreal. Steroids, Valium, Tylenol, narcotics, antibiotics, because I have the open blood bags coming out. But one good thing, which doesn't happen a lot with doctors, this is Mount Sinai, South Nassau in Oceanside. They are giving me vitamin C, probiotics. But again, I had to fight for the probiotics. Down the line, we're talking about things like bone stimulators, stuff like that. I'll have 6 months of heavy physical therapy, because now everything's loose in my spine. My infections have tenderized the connective tissue. So now that I have this full metal jacket, I don't really know what that means, but whatever, all of this metal, I have to really focus on above and below and strengthening that so that it's not a domino effect. That's what I'll be trying to work on. I should have taken a picture of my hair. I had a turban on last time, but this is new just for the surgery. And he yelled at me because one of the things they're using for their research is the hair, but there was no hair. I knew he was going to shave off the back for the surgery, so I didn't want a reverse mullet. And turns out they needed my my hair. It hurts to laugh. It hurts to talk, honestly. But I've just been so scatterbrained trying to get information out to everyone and trying not to overexert myself, because my job right now is to get out of bed. I mean, even rolling, that's a job. I have to log roll. I can't just turn. My spine is fused, so I can't really turn my head left or right, up or down. I am a robot right now. And then slowly I have to work on regaining that, and it will never be back to what it was before. And again, like, I've known for a long time, I've researched this for a long time, but there was no preparing for what this actually feels like and what this is actually doing. I've been using oxygen a lot to, right now this is just a nasal dilator, but I've been using oxygen a lot to prepare for when I have to start moving around and stuff, and that's been really helpful. I'm going to get an oxygen decompressor for physical therapy at home. Like I said, my mind is feeling clearer now that my brain is not sitting so low on my stem. Things are not being compressed. Of course, it's a little hard to tell because everything's so numb, but it looks like this has been a success. I feel crazy for even doing this, but at the end of the day, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for my nephews and my honorary niece and my niece and my great niece, or I'm sorry, my great nephew. This is to get back to them, because they're the most important things to me. And that's how I can deal with all of this pain and transmute it into something bigger than myself. The app isn't done yet. It was supposed to be done, but of course, I mean, anyone that's worked in software knows, especially since I'm working with a new graduate, there's always unexpected stuff, and this just gives me more information and detail around how I can structure this kind of stuff, even with visitors. You know, I wound up having 2 visitors yesterday and none today. Well, if I had a calendar function, and if I could easily keep track of things that I needed, people could just sign up, and then other people would see automatically that it was needed or taken or complete. And right now I'm part of that is a big problem for me, because I am on all of these medications. I'm throwing up. I have to crush my pills right now. I can't eat. So I mean, I am eating. I'm forcing myself to eat, but not like normal. It's a real struggle. So having to divert all of this energy into that kind of management really detracts from my ability to heal. And, you know, the hospital's not a place to sleep, so I'm just sleeping in little intervals throughout the day as much as I can. My blood pressure is too low, so they're giving me high volume IVs. It's called a bolus. And that creates its own other set of issues. So my friend Jeremy said some really great words. My breath is my bomb. And I'm looking at this like an Olympic event, the way that I'm training to get back to who I was before. And it feels good. I mean, it doesn't feel good to have a neck like this, but it feels good to have a neck like this. And it's just a matter of bearing the pain, not pushing myself. That's going to be really hard, not to push myself. I mean, I did it the day after surgery. They couldn't believe it, and I was trying to push myself just to get out of here. No fresh air, no sunlight. You know, it's a freaking hospital. Hi.
What are you feeling, hon?
I'm sending an email to a video to my friend. I'm gonna stop it. I love you.